Okay, so this is another 5-minute technique to help with hip strengthening and hip mobility. We always talk about how tight hip flexors are, but another piece to stretching them is actually going to be to strengthen them. So I have a resistance band. You can get these anywhere. There's a bunch of different heaviness levels or thickness levels of the band. It does not really matter to me which one you use as long as it's comfortable to you. This one's a little bit on the lighter end, which means it's a little bit more stretchy, but you can certainly go up in weight if you want to. So first we're going to start on the wall. Once you hold on to something, be nice and stable. This band is going to wrap around my feet. If you're wearing shoes, fabulous. I just aren't in this particular instance, but you can certainly wear shoes and running shoes if it's more comfortable. So I'm going to wrap the band around my feet, and what I'm going to do is flex the hip. That is the action of the hip flexor muscle. So what I want you to do is hold onto the wall, get nice and stable, athletic stance, and I want you to literally use the resistance band to flex that hip. We're going to move up and down in this motion. I would aim for 10 to 12 if you can, and then I would repeat about 3 times. But you're just using the wall to support and using that resistance band to help strengthen that hip flexor muscle. If this is feeling good, you can certainly do more. If it's feeling a little bit too easy, maybe you make a little bit more resistance and have a different band. And make sure to do both sides. So do the other side, same thing, flex that hip up. I'm just going to do 3 on this side so you can see. Because that's the motion of that hip flexor muscle. Since we're doing the front, I also want to do the back and actually the sides. So for the next piece, I'm going to have you move that band up closer to your knees, so right actually below the knee. The lower on the leg you have this, the harder it's going to be. But right about knee width or so is where I want you to start. And you're going to bend your knees ever so slightly. In this case, we're going to be working the abductor muscles, which are those glute muscles on the side of the pelvis. So hold on to the wall again, athletic stance, soft bend in the knee, and you're going to bring your leg out to the side. This is a really good way to activate the outer part of our glute medius, which helps keep us stable. Again, aim for 10 to 12. If you want to do more or less, you certainly can. Another option for that, if that's not feeling good and you're feeling a little wobbly, you can get in a low squat stance and side step out to the side. Getting nice and low, nice and strong, athletic stance, that will also target those glutes. And again, do both sides. Next, we're going to do glute maximus, or that top part of your glute. This is going to be more of an extension exercise. So I want you to hold onto the wall. Band's going to be right around my knees or so, and I'm going to get my weight in my right leg, and I want you to focus on not arching your back here. You're going to keep your back nice and flat, activate those glutes, activate that core, and you're going to kick back and up. So I'm kicking back and up, leaning into my glute, activating this glute muscle as I kick back. I'll go on the side so you can see. This muscle is what's doing the work, not my low back. This is not it. We're not doing this. Keep yourself nice and strong, kick up and back. Working with that glute muscle, activating those glutes as we go into extension, okay? We'll do a couple here. Probably easier if you hold on from the front, actually. Again, if this is feeling good, do some more. Okay, next, and do both sides. We're gonna come to the floor. I want this to be easy, so you're playing with your children, they're on tummy time, roaming around. I want you to grab a toy, a water bottle, a can of soup, whatever it is, something that you can place in front of you, because we're gonna work on that mobility in those hip flexors again. So, you're gonna start with your knees together. All I'm gonna do, planting my hands down, is engage, lift my leg up, and then over that water bottle and back down. This might be difficult, and that's okay. So do what you can. Up, over, and back down. It's as simple as that. If this is too high for you, start a little lower. Start with a can of soup, start with a can of tomatoes, whatever it is, and work your way up. The whole time I'm squeezing my glutes, I'm squeezing my core, and I'm activating this hip flexor muscle, okay? I've got a soft bend in my knee, and I'm moving up and out. To show you the other side, scoot on over, plant those hands, same thing. We're gonna flex the hip, and we're gonna externally rotate and back down. This is to help strengthen the hip flexor in addition to provide mobility, which will then help with that pelvic pain you're feeling. Okay, thanks for following along.